Earth Preservation Plan. Safeguarding our planet for future generations. Exploring the history, challenges, and solutions for sustainable coexistence with Mother Earth. Introduction. Mother Earth is a term used to describe our planet, the third planet from the Sun, where life has flourished for billions of years. It is the only planet known to support life and is home to millions of species, including humans. As the dominant species on Earth, we have a responsibility to take care of our planet and ensure that it continues to provide a suitable environment for life. In this book, we will explore the history of Mother Earth, the ways in which she supports life, and the challenges we face in preserving her for future generations. Mother Earth is a term used to describe our planet, the only known planet that supports life. It has been our home for billions of years and has provided us with everything we need to survive and thrive. However, human activities have had a significant impact on the health and well-being of the planet, threatening the survival of many species, including our own. In this book, we will explore the history of Mother Earth, the ways in which she supports life, and the challenges we face in preserving her for future generations. We will also discuss the importance of biodiversity, the water and carbon cycles, and the future of our planet in the face of climate change and other environmental challenges. It is our hope that this book will inspire readers to take action to protect and preserve our planet for generations to come. Chapter 1. The History of Mother Earth. The history of Mother Earth is a long and complex one. Scientists believe that the Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago, and for the first billion years or so, it was a hostile and uninhabitable place. But gradually, as the planet cooled and the atmosphere formed, life began to emerge. The earliest life forms were simple single-celled organisms that thrived in the oceans. Over time, these organisms evolved into more complex life forms, including fish, amphibians, reptiles, and eventually mammals. Humans evolved relatively recently, around 200,000 years ago, and since then, we have had a profound impact on the planet. The history of Mother Earth is a fascinating and complex story that spans billions of years. Scientists believe that the Earth formed around 4.5 billion years ago, from a cloud of gas and dust in space. As the Earth formed, it was a violent and inhospitable place, bombarded by asteroids and comets, and subjected to intense heat and radiation. However, over time, the Earth cooled and the atmosphere formed, creating conditions that were suitable for life. The earliest life forms on Earth were simple, single-celled organisms that emerged in the oceans around 3.8 billion years ago. These organisms thrived in the nutrient-rich waters, and over time, they evolved into more complex life forms, such as fish, amphibians, reptiles, and eventually mammals. One of the most significant events in the history of Mother Earth was the emergence of photosynthesis, which occurred around 2.5 billion years ago. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and use the energy from the sun to produce organic matter and oxygen. This process not only created the conditions necessary for the evolution of more complex life forms, but it also transformed the atmosphere, creating the oxygen-rich environment we know today. Another key event in the history of Mother Earth was the mass extinction event that occurred around 66 million years ago, which wiped out the dinosaurs and many other species. This event was likely caused by a massive asteroid impact, which led to a period of global cooling and disrupted the Earth's ecosystems. Since the emergence of humans around 200,000 years ago, we have had a profound impact on the planet. We have used the Earth's resources to build civilizations, develop technologies, and support a growing population. However, our activities have also led to pollution, deforestation, and climate change, which are threatening the health and well-being of the planet and its inhabitants. Overall, the history of Mother Earth is a story of resilience and adaptation, as life has evolved and thrived in the face of countless challenges. However, as we face the environmental challenges of the present and future, it is essential that we learn from the lessons of the past and take action to protect and preserve our planet for generations to come. Chapter 2. The Importance of Biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life on Earth, from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals. It is essential for the health of the planet and the survival of all species, including humans. Biodiversity provides us with food, medicine, and other resources, and it also plays a crucial role in regulating the climate, purifying the air and water, and maintaining soil fertility. However, human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and climate change are putting immense pressure on biodiversity. As a result, many species are facing extinction, and ecosystems are becoming increasingly unstable. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of biodiversity and the challenges we face in preserving it. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life on Earth, including the number of species, their genetic diversity, and the diversity of ecosystems they inhabit. Biodiversity is essential to the health and well-being of the planet and all its inhabitants. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of biodiversity and the ways in which it supports life on Earth. First and foremost, biodiversity supports the ecosystem services that are necessary for human survival. These include the production of oxygen, the regulation of the climate, the purification of air and water, and the maintenance of soil fertility. Without biodiversity, these services would be severely diminished, and our ability to survive on the planet would be threatened. Biodiversity also plays a critical role in food security, as many of our crops and livestock depend on the genetic diversity of wild species for their resilience and adaptability. In addition, many wild species have medicinal properties that have been used to develop life-saving drugs. Furthermore, biodiversity supports cultural diversity and provides a source of spiritual and aesthetic inspiration for humans. Many cultures around the world have developed deep connections to the natural world and rely on biodiversity for their way of life. However, human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and climate change are threatening biodiversity at an unprecedented rate. Scientists estimate that we are currently experiencing a mass extinction event, with species disappearing at a rate 100 to 1,000 times higher than the natural background rate. In order to protect biodiversity and the ecosystem services it provides, it is essential that we take action to reduce our impact on the planet. This includes reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, protecting natural habitats, and promoting sustainable land use practices. By preserving biodiversity, we can ensure that the planet remains healthy and habitable for generations to come. Chapter 3. The Water Cycle. Water is essential for all life on Earth, and the water cycle is the process by which water moves through the planet's ecosystems. It starts with the evaporation of water from the oceans, lakes, and rivers, which then forms clouds. The clouds release precipitation, which falls back to the earth as rain, snow, or hail. This water is then absorbed by the soil or flows into rivers and streams, eventually returning to the oceans to complete the cycle. The water cycle plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate and maintaining ecosystems. However, human activities such as deforestation and pollution are disrupting the water cycle and causing water shortages and floods in many parts of the world. In this chapter, we will explore the water cycle in detail and the challenges we face in preserving it. The water cycle, also known as the hydrologic cycle, is the process by which water is continuously cycled between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere. It is an essential process for the survival of all life on Earth, as it provides fresh water for drinking, agriculture, and other human activities. In this chapter, we will explore the different stages of the water cycle and the ways in which it supports life on Earth. The first stage of the water cycle is evaporation, which occurs when water is heated by the sun and turns into water vapor, which rises into the atmosphere. This process is particularly important in the oceans, which account for 71% of the Earth's surface and are the primary source of water vapor. The second stage of the water cycle is condensation, which occurs when the water vapor in the atmosphere cools and forms clouds. This process is critical for the distribution of water across the planet, as clouds can travel long distances and provide precipitation in areas that would otherwise be dry. The third stage of the water cycle is precipitation, which occurs when the water in the clouds falls to the ground in the form of rain, snow, or hail. This precipitation replenishes rivers, lakes, and aquifers, providing fresh water for human and animal consumption, irrigation, and industrial use. The fourth and final stage of the water cycle is runoff and infiltration, which occurs when the precipitation flows over the ground or seeps into the soil, eventually making its way back to the oceans. This process is essential for maintaining the health of the Earth's ecosystems, as it provides water to plants and animals and replenishes groundwater reserves. Human activities such as deforestation, urbanization, and pollution can have a significant impact on the water cycle, disrupting the natural flow of water and leading to shortages of fresh water. In order to preserve the water cycle and ensure that there is enough fresh water for all life on Earth, it is essential that we take action to reduce our impact on the planet. This includes reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, protecting natural habitats, and promoting sustainable land use practices that conserve water resources. By working together to protect the water cycle, we can ensure that our planet remains healthy and habitable for generations to come. Chapter 4. The Carbon Cycle. The carbon cycle is the process by which carbon moves through the Earth's ecosystems. It starts with photosynthesis, the process by which plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and convert it into organic matter. Animals then consume these plants, releasing carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere through respiration. When plants and animals die, their bodies decompose, releasing carbon back into the soil or water. The carbon cycle plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate. However, human activities such as burning fossil fuels are releasing massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, causing global warming and climate change. In this chapter, we will explore the carbon cycle in detail and the challenges we face in preserving it. The carbon cycle is the process by which carbon is cycled between the atmosphere, oceans, and terrestrial ecosystems. Carbon is a vital element for life on Earth, as it is the primary component of organic molecules such as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. In this chapter, we will explore the different stages of the carbon cycle and the ways in which it supports life on Earth. The first stage of the carbon cycle is photosynthesis, which occurs when plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to produce organic molecules. During this process, carbon dioxide is taken in from the atmosphere and converted into organic matter. The second stage of the carbon cycle is respiration, which occurs when organisms break down organic matter and release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. This process is critical for the production of energy, as all living organisms require energy to survive. The third stage of the carbon cycle is decomposition, which occurs when organic matter is broken down by microorganisms into simpler compounds. During this process, carbon is released back into the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide. The fourth and final stage of the carbon cycle is fossil fuel formation, which occurs when dead organic matter is buried and compressed over millions of years, eventually forming coal, oil, and natural gas. When these fossil fuels are burned, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. Human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation have significantly increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, leading to global warming and other negative effects on the planet. In order to mitigate the effects of climate change, it is essential that we take action to reduce our carbon emissions and promote sustainable practices that minimize our impact on the environment. This includes increasing the use of renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, and promoting sustainable land use practices such as reforestation and conservation. By working together to protect the carbon cycle, we can ensure that our planet remains healthy and habitable for generations to come. Chapter 5. The Future of Mother Earth. The future of Mother Earth is uncertain, but there is no doubt that we are facing significant challenges in preserving our planet for future generations. Climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution are just some of the issues. The future of Mother Earth is uncertain, as human activities continue to have a significant impact on the planet. Climate change, pollution, deforestation, and the loss of biodiversity are just some of the challenges facing our planet today. In this chapter, we will explore the potential consequences of these challenges and the ways in which we can work to create a sustainable future for ourselves and the planet. One of the most pressing challenges facing the planet is climate change. As the Earth's temperature continues to rise due to human activities such as the burning of fossil fuels, we are seeing the effects of climate change in the form of rising sea levels, more frequent and severe natural disasters, and the loss of biodiversity. If we do not take action to reduce our carbon emissions and mitigate the effects of climate change, the consequences could be devastating. Another challenge facing the planet is pollution, which is affecting the air, water, and soil in many parts of the world. Pollution can have a significant impact on human health, as well as the health of ecosystems and the wildlife that depend on them. In order to reduce pollution, we need to take steps to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and promote sustainable practices such as recycling and reducing waste. Deforestation is another significant challenge facing the planet, as large areas of forest are being cleared for agriculture, mining, and other human activities. This is contributing to the loss of biodiversity, as well as climate change, as forests play a critical role in storing carbon dioxide. To address this challenge, we need to promote sustainable land use practices and protect national habitats. Despite these challenges, there is hope for the future of Mother Earth. There are many individuals and organizations working to create a more sustainable future, and advances in technology and innovation are providing new opportunities to reduce our impact on the planet. By working together to promote sustainable practices and protect the environment, we can create a future in which all life on Earth can thrive. Conclusion. Mother Earth is a complex and interconnected system that has supported life on our planet for billions of years. From the history of the Earth to the importance of biodiversity, the water and carbon cycles, and the challenges facing the planet, we have explored the many facets of this intricate system. As we look to the future, it is clear that there are many challenges facing our planet. Climate change, pollution, deforestation, and the loss of biodiversity are just a few of the issues that we must address in order to create a sustainable future for ourselves and the planet. However, there is hope. By working together to promote sustainable practices and protect the environment, we can create a future in which all life on Earth can thrive. This includes reducing our carbon emissions, promoting sustainable land use practices, protecting natural habitats, and promoting the use of renewable energy sources. As individuals, we can make a difference by making small changes in our daily lives, such as reducing our energy consumption, recycling, and supporting sustainable businesses. By working together, we can create a healthier, more sustainable future for ourselves and future generations, and protect the incredible diversity of life that exists on Mother Earth.